A man was sleeping in his bed when suddenly he heard a blood-curdling scream. He opened his eyes to see a horrifying figure standing over him. The creature was pale, emaciated, and hunched over. It had one arm outstretched as if trying to grab him, and its fingers were long and sharp like talons. But what truly terrified him was the voice. It sounded like his mother's, and it whispered right into his ear, "Don't open your eyes. Don't make a sound. Whatever you do, don't open your eyes." And then it vanished. He tried to call out for help, but no sound came out. "Why did you call me?" it rasped, its voice like nails on a chalkboard. Then the creature leaned closer and whispered, "You called me by using your negative energy. You wanted me to come to you, didn't you?" The room was silent except for the sound of his ragged breathing. But he also knew that the creature would be back, and next time it wouldn't be so easy to escape its clutches. And when he looked down, he saw that his nightgown was covered in blood. His throat was hoarse from screaming in his sleep. As the sun began to rise, he noticed something strange. But when the first rays of sunlight hit his eyes, he knew he had made a terrible mistake. For standing in the middle of the room was the same horrifying figure from his nightmare, except now it was even more grotesque. Its skin was a sickly green color, and its eyes glowed an eerie red in the morning light. It lunged towards him, its claws extended, and he screamed at the top of his lungs. But no sound escaped his lips. Instead, a thick black fog began to pour out of him, taking the shape of a small bird. It was a being that fed on the life force of sleeping people, leaving them as withered husks once it was done. And the only way to prevent it from coming was to place a blanket over your face when you slept. The room was filled with thousands of tiny pebbles that weren't there the evening before, and scrunched up in the corner was a blanket that looked as old as time itself. Then he remembered the stories his grandmother used to tell him, about a mythical creature that lived in the woods behind their house. He pulled the covers over his head and waited for sunrise, hoping the creature would leave him alone. And then it started to advance towards him, its lips curled into a grotesque smile. It raised one finger and jabbed it into his chest. He tried to speak, but no words came out, shook his head frantically, but the creature wasn't listening. The creature screeched and flapped its wings, and in a flash it was gone. As the first rays of sunlight hit his eyes, he knew he had survived the night.